JP's budget collecting and our whatever report. So yeah, it's another Sunday. We're hanging out on a Sunday evening, talking comics, collecting, movie trailers, whatever the heck we want. We're just gonna hang out for a little bit before we go play D&D over on Big Will's channel later tonight. I got a bunch of stuff coming up this week, if it all stays scheduled, because I had a couple reschedules from last week, so this week is kind of busy. So want to thank you guys for hanging out with me. We had Unruly in here tailgating, and he is still here. What is going on, my friend? GTK, what is happening? Station. Chalui, what is going on? That was not as good as normal. Deep House, welcome. Let's see. I think that's everybody. Yeah, the random music I found on YouTube for free. But I really like it. I found it early on, and I've kept it because I like it. So I'm glad that you like it as well. So yeah, it is a Sunday evening. We're just hanging out. I've spent the day sanding sheetrock and cursing at my cheese for half the game, and yeah, so he's talking here, Jumbo. Yes, that is on the list. Fingers crossed. That's actually on the list for tomorrow night. At about this time, actually, we will be talking Usagi, book 2, which collects actually the original Usagi series, first 6 issues of the original Usagi series. Be talking out with Louie and Jimmy, the Geek Aficionado, and White Whale Comics. If by some miracle someone doesn't cancel on me tomorrow. so that's where we're at. We're hoping. We're hopeful. Disco, what is going on? I'm glad that Disco is back in the community and able to he's gonna start making videos again. I don't know if he's actually made any yet. My weekend's been kind of crazy, so I have not watched much this weekend, but I'm looking forward to his content. I know he's going to be back doing some daily stuff. So glad to have you back, JB. You have been, you've been missed. So we're glad you're coming back. Since I started down the, so we got an indie show tomorrow night talking Usagi Yojimbo. Then Tuesday night, I have kind of my regular indie show time at 8 Central. We're going to be talking Monstrous Volume 6 with the original Monstrous crew. So Daymares, Tacoma, and Los. We're going to be talking Monstrous Volume 6. I have finished this one also, so I'm ready to go on both of those. Continues to be an excellent series, if weird, but excellent. I really enjoy that series. I know it's probably not for everybody, but it's definitely like a Daymare's made the joke that he couldn't read it day of like he does sometimes with Invincible, and I'm like, no, you got to spend some time on that one. It can be thick, dense is probably the right word. And then after that show goes off, basically as soon as I get done, get wrapped and ready to go, and No Good Comics gets done with John hanging out on the X-Men show, X-Men Omni show, No Good's going to be jumping over here. We're going to be starting a new stream on Tuesday night. Gotham City Chronicles, me, Kavi, and No Good Comics, and we are talking Robin Year 1. So we got that coming up that'll be our 28th episode of Gotham City Chronicles. So looking forward to that. We've been a little delayed getting one of those out. We haven't been quite as good about doing those as we used to be. We're not quite making our monthly goal on those here lately, but hopefully we'll crank that one out. Whatever, John. Yes, Monstrous, the art, everything is just, it pushes a lot of boundaries. It's a lot of fun. I do for a completely not fun story because it's just evil and dark and nobody's good. And yeah, except for Kippa. And then Thursday, so yeah, we'll have a third indie show this week if everything goes according to plan. It rarely does, but that is the plan. Is we're going to start Die on Thursday night with Lady Fantastic, Carlito, and Tacoma Comics. So yeah, so those are 3 indie shows, 1 Gotham City Chronicles. So we're going to be talking a bunch of reads this week. If we could get them all in, we'll see if we get them all in. But so yeah, so those are going to be a busy schedule, which I haven't had a super busy week for a while. Last couple weeks have been pretty down in terms of not doing very much, which is a little unusual for me. I won't be lying. I've been dealing with some other stuff, trying to make some decisions on some things. So I have not made quite as much content. Plus, we've had a bunch of these rescheduled. 2 of these were supposed to be last week, and they just didn't happen. So there you go. But I appreciate you guys hanging out with me. I'd love to show you some comic books that I picked up this week, but I didn't pick anything up. Nothing came in this week. I am on the off week of my Midtown orders from when I'm doing pre-orders. So it's every 2 weeks they ship those. So nothing's coming in this week. Be honest, like I just recently put in my December order. The solicitations are coming out for January, and I've been trying to keep it under 20. It's been a struggle. I've been basically more like 22, 23 comics a month here the last few months, like October, November, December. I think I'm all like 22 or 23 new comics. I think in January, my goal may be like 15. I don't know. I'm really thinking about, again, like really cutting back on the new stuff. Even though I've been collecting a lot of new stuff, to be honest, these boxes behind me are full almost. I'm going to need to buy boxes soon, like real soon. And yeah, I don't know. Again, I saw Jimmy's thing. Jimmy the Geek Aficionado just dropped a video where he's going for 60 grails in 60 months. And, he's doing all this spending and like going after these monster books. And it's just like, in a lot of those books, I wouldn't even go after, like, not just because of what they cost, just because they don't necessarily mean as much to me, but I do kind of want to get back focused on, I feel like I've kind of let some of this slip, particularly like the 50 and stuff. It's really slowed down. I'm coming up on the 2-year anniversary of that, and it would be weird. And I don't know that I necessarily want to like completely cut new books. I just really need to think about what it is I want. Like I'm already doing, like I'm basically not buying anything indie-wise. Like I'm not buying any new comics indie-wise. I'm just going to read them via trades. New books for sure, yeah. And I've been mainly focused on like some series that I'm collecting, but then there's some runs that I have been reading, Marvel and DC-wise, that are kind of events and stuff, and it's like that I've really enjoyed. I keep getting, but do I really? I don't know. Like I'm spending, and I will say I've been spending a ton of money on trades in the last year, and hardcovers and that kind of stuff. And it's like, I don't know. I just really need to think about how I want to budget going forward, because I'm spending a lot of money on comics, and it's not necessarily like helping me check off like stuff off of this list. And I just need to think about where I want to go. It's not that I want to read new stuff. I do want to keep reading new stuff, but I need to decide what's truly important for me. So I think in the next couple of weeks, I mean, I did make a target end of the year. I am like, we're going after that MIX3 for sure here before the end of the year. That is my plan. I will think it's funny though, like someone saw my video last week where I was like, in my X3, and then they saw some of the other books on my list, and they were like, "Oh, well, I have this other book that you're looking for." And I was like, "I'll cut you a deal on it right now." And it was a good deal. It wasn't like crazy, and it was like, no. I'm like, I couldn't pull. Luckily, I didn't have the cash right now to pull the trigger on it, so I could like wait. And yeah, it's like you're already distracted me. I just made a decision. Ooh, from 104. See, I never was that bad, but like. I was probably at one point, like, since I've been back in, pulling 40, 50 books a month. It's probably the worst I ever got. And yeah, that was just way too many. Hey, Planet Arizona, what's going on? Hope you're having a good weekend, or had a good weekend. I had a decent weekend, I will say. I didn't get much done yesterday. This fall weather's here, which I love, but like, I get sinus issues in the fall. When the weather's like warm, cold, like when it does that transition in a couple of days, like I always get bad. My sinuses just kick my butt, and they were kicking my butt yesterday. But today I was pretty productive. I was even protected for part of the Chiefs game when I was cursing them. I went downstairs and was working in the basement some more. I was still checking it, and then like I went back and watched the end of it, but it was just like I was mad. We played like crap. Yeah, it's hard. It's hard, and my budget not it's pretty tight. So yeah, it's been a rough allergy week, but I'm ready. I'm ready for fall. I am definitely ready for the next week. Like I think the highest it's supposed to be in any day is like 75. And this morning I got up and it was in the upper 30s for my run, which was almost too cold because my hands started getting cold. But like otherwise, it was great. And yeah, so I actually prefer like low 40s for the run because that's about perfect. I don't actually my hands and stuff don't get cold. Where I feel like I need to wear gloves and stuff. It gets in the 30s, it starts getting a little cool. Yeah, Unruly's watching his Bulldogs. I don't know who's going to have anything for him. I'll be interested to see. I don't think Alabama's got anything for him. I don't think Alabama's as good this time. We'll see if anybody else does. But yeah. So unfortunately, my college team is god awful this time. And my professional team just wants to like hand the ball to the other team constantly. So they did play a little better on defense today, but Washington's terrible. Football team is terrible. I mean, we smoked them despite playing crappy, and it's like, but they're terrible. That's not it. We'll see if we can pull it together. We got a long way to go. We're gonna be any good this time. But I won't bore people with football. That's not why people come here on Sundays. But yeah, so I don't know. I've been debating where I'm gonna go. I think I'm gonna try to like have a revised thing and some targets. And yeah, I'm really gonna like even if I'm enjoying something, I think if I'm not collecting it, I'm gonna stop buying it. Like I'm really enjoying Black Widow, but I could probably do without. It's not. I mean, it's not that great. It's good. I'm enjoyed it. It's given me a new appreciation for the characters. So I don't know. I'm not where I'm at. Like Marauders, I know they're restarting that. I'm thinking about. I'm probably just dumping all my last X title. Yeah. So we'll see where I'm at on some of that stuff. I'll be honest. I'm super tempted to just dump ASM. This whole Beyond thing just doesn't really interest me. We'll see. Yeah. Well, we're terrible. If you don't, Colonel. I felt like they had multiple chances to put the Browns away. They kind of let them hang around, but I think eventually, they buried them. It has been fantastic. I will say it's it's a series that I don't hear many people talk about that they're reading, but it's been fantastic. So I don't know. It's pretty tough. Other things I got going on and coming up, but let's see. But yeah, like I said, super focused right now on this, and then probably going to be working on kind of maybe a revision of the 50, a revisit. I did that once last year, not quite a year in, where I dumped it to 30 because I checked a bunch of lists off, like the 50. Coming up on the 2-year mark, I think we're going to maybe do like a 25. We'll do something like to kind of revise it again. And that's just it. Not very often. And I mean, a lot of it's solid. Nothing blows me away. So, and that's kind of where I'm at. But I just need to particularly if I'm going to buy this many trades and read stuff. Now, most of the trades I buy are indies, but if I want to buy a bunch of trades, then do I really need to be and read books that way? I'm still getting my reading. I'm reading stuff I've never read. Yeah, I don't know. I think it's time to really think about it. Well, I will say I've only read the one issue, because I didn't get them this week, so I didn't get 76. But I'll be honest, the fact that they went to weekly pisses me off. It's 3 to 4 books a month on ASM alone. If you're trying to cut down, it's just stupid. Too many books. I can't hardly afford to include any other Marvel books if I'm going to do ASM, and and I don't know, the fact that they're killing Peter again or putting him in a coma or whatever. It just kind of makes me, it just annoys me. Give Ben his own book. I don't know. I don't know. I feel like we've went down this road 3,500 times. Yeah. 30 or so series. Yeah. I don't know. Unruly, you love everything. What are you talking about? Like everything I mentioned to you, it's like, oh, it's fantastic. I know that's not the case, but I like to give you our time. So, other thing, speaking of reads, I will be looking for a crew for this. I think I said this last week. I did pick up this trade. I kind of flipped it looking at the art. I didn't catch any of the story the other day. So I will be looking for a crew to do this. I think this is just a one-off. So I may get a crew to do this for an indie show sometime impromptu here in the next couple of weeks. Yeah. I don't know. I think it would have been more interesting to have basically these people that bought Spider-Man's likeness and that Ben's working for, like the conflict between him and Peter over like the name and everything else. And like I would have thought that'd be more interesting than just instantly taking Peter off the board so that he could just do this and this company could just have their way. That just kind of annoyed me, I think. So we'll see. Unruly just ordered that and Berserker. Nice. Squid Game Marvel. Yeah. So good for you. That's kind of where I've been headed. I got a bunch of trades that I picked up in the last year. I bought a few Omnis in the last year. So yeah, I've definitely shifted some of my spending already, but I've shifted it to that stuff. And again, these bigger books have been sitting idle. So I don't know. I don't know where I'm going to go. I really need to make some decisions, and I keep putting some of them off. Yeah. Oh, sorry if I was giving spoilers, but they've been kind of advertising what's going on with that. But sorry, Arizona. I have the trades. I've enjoyed it. I don't think it's mind blowing. Like the prices that it's going for and all the buzz. Like I've really enjoyed Something Is Killing Children. Don't get me wrong. Really enjoyed it, but I'm not sure I understand the full level of the hype. I really feel like it's her design as a character is driving some of that more than the story. The story's good, but is it earth shaking or transformative in comics and that kind of stuff? I don't think so. I think in terms of transforming the possibilities of comics and telling a truly unique story, I think this is more of that than that is. So, but that's just me. Yeah, that's exactly. This is true. It's rare for them to be great, but it can be. I mean, I've really enjoyed Black Widow. I'm enjoying Nightwing a ton. Of course, I'm completely, totally, 100% biased on that, but I do think they can still tell really good cape stories. But yeah, it's harder. It's harder nowadays. That is for darn sure. I need to pick up trade. I need to pick up. I haven't picked up yet. I may try to order and get in this week. Is Ascender. So John and Andy and Justin Noga Comics and I can finish our Ascender series and wrap that up because that volume is out and I have not grabbed it yet and I need to get it so we can get that scheduled. So for sure. So those are the kinds of stuff that I've been reading and doing. I think after that we do have a Lock and Key scheduled. I need to get an Invincible scheduled again. But yeah, I mean things are going. I don't know that I have a ton to talk about tonight, I would say. I know. I'm glad other people are enjoying it. So I'm hard. It's hard for me to say. I guess I don't know. Yeah. heard good things about Once and Future early on, and then I just didn't hear anybody keep talking about it. So I know John was reading it. I don't know if he kept reading it or not. I think he dropped it, but I've never gotten back to that one. Yeah, I think that's a solid point. It's a cool world. Don't get me wrong. But I don't. Again, I just don't like the storytelling. I think it's pretty straightforward. I don't think it's like game changing. John stopped after the last break. There you go. I thought you dropped it. I couldn't remember for sure though. And Rule's still loving Once and Future. Arizona's favorite reach. There you go. So there are people that are still digging it and still following that one. What else is going on? So yeah. I've been dealing with a bunch of stuff at work and thinking about some things, and I don't know, we may have some life changes coming. We'll see. But for now, it's just kind of plugging away. I feel like I'm just like same thing every day. So, but yeah, I don't know. I feel like I'm kind of running out of gas tonight. I don't know. I have a ton to talk about. Oh, well, I was going to save this for later, but we might as well do it now. My background tonight was the trailer. I will say I didn't watch much of DC fandom. I mostly just kind of waited for the stuff to trickle out online and the highlights and hear other people talk about it. I didn't really want to spend a whole lot of time watching it. That's kind of overall was kind of disappointed. I didn't feel like there was much in the way of new announcements. I mean, like the Gotham Knights game and the Suicide Squad game, those were things that we knew about last year. We've known about Black Adam forever, and we still didn't even get a full trailer for that. We've known about the Flash movie forever. We still didn't get a full trailer for that. We only got images from Aquaman. I don't know. I was kind of underwhelmed by the DC fandom. You hadn't said anything. Like, you said we were going to do it, and then, like, we hadn't talked, so I wasn't sure where we were at on the Halloween thing, so I hadn't advertised it yet. So we'll do this real quick since John mentioned it. So yeah, we are shooting for, I think, still November 1st. John, correct me if I'm wrong. That was the last we talked about. Halloween Comic Gory special. Yeah. So he's trying to find a cast. So if people are interested in being on that, we're going to do the costume thing again like we've done in the past. Probably, I assume John's shooting for something maybe similar. I don't know if he's shooting for something similar to like the Christmas thing where we had more people, but they only played like a round each, and then, or if he's shooting for like a regular game. I don't know. We haven't really talked about it, I'll be honest. I am close to 3K. I've kind of stalled. It's been weird. But anyway, let me finish the comic book thing. But we are doing it. I do have a costume. Even I think probably a better costume than last year. Because I have to go to something else. Let's be real. I'm going to like a costume party for a bunch of like 8-year-olds and other stuff. My sister, so I'm going up Halloween weekend to visit my sister, and like she's doing a thing. Like she did it last year because of the pandemic, because they couldn't really trick or treat and stuff. So they did like she set up this big elaborate, like not really haunted house, but Halloween thing in their backyard. And so she's expanding on it this year, and they're inviting Aiden's classmates, and so I've been sucked into going up to that. So I have to dress up for that. It'll be fun. It'll be silly. But so yeah. But that costume, I don't know if I'll post it on Instagram or wait until you guys can see it on Comic Gories on Monday. We'll see. But yeah, so definitely doing that. Hey Diva, what's going on? I am. Well, it's been a while. That was about a year. So August of last year is when I hit 1,000. And then, so yeah, it's been 14 months, 15 months. I've picked up 2. Budget Wings Classic though, and I still have that. I'm just doing something different this time. So yeah, I am approaching 3,000. We will do some sort of celebration when I get there. I got a big stack of trades, mostly duplicates and stuff, that I'm going to try to give away. And then we'll just hang out and probably drink beer and stuff. I'm going to complain just because that will act silly, and that video will probably be like limited monetization because we'll be doing goofy stuff. My cash or trash today because of that stupid Gun Honey cover is limited monetization, limited ads, because not appropriate for all things, because I showed that stupid cover that made the list that I was mocking that people were paying crazy money for because the book's dumb and like, oh, look, there's boobs. Even though you can't actually see that they're hidden, but I guess there's enough skin that the computer triggered it that I'm getting limited monetization on my cash or trash, which is like, mother for that stupid book. Being controversial, yeah. It's a new Batman Riddler set to pre-order. Cool. I like it. Great. I don't know. Okay, so the trailer is where I was going before John distracted me with the Comic which would be awesome. Some of you should definitely join us for Comic if you want. You should hit him up on Instagram if you're interested in playing Comic It's always a blast. We always have so much fun. But anyway, and then Unruly got me distracted by something I don't remember. Oh, the 3K thing. So yeah, we're definitely doing some sort of celebration when I hit 3K. It's pretty awesome. I'll give away a stack of stuff. I don't know. Nothing's huge, but yeah. I don't know about that. I am definitely not officially big time YouTube. So, but hey, that's barely PG-13. I know, but they triggered it. The skin, well, it's just a computer algorithm and it sees all that skin, even if it's her covering everything up. Yeah. So anyway, that's what triggered it. But the trailer looks badass. I will say the one thing I'm not sure about is the Riddler's costume. Like the whole raincoat, like it looked a little weird to me. It looked a little, what was it? Somebody was making a joke. Oh, John was making the joke on the X-Men last week, like about the hood that was on Cyclops and like the GIMP thing. And that's the he has money to great, but otherwise I enjoyed it. I have a lot of faith in creativity. And that was like, but that was the thing that like triggered me on the Riddler costume, maybe because that was fresh in my mind. But I was like, I don't know about the look. We'll see. I really thought the trailer looked really cool. I know I saw some people saw a few minor complaints. I don't know if this is what was bothering John. I doubt it, but like minor complaints that she's not really in a Catwoman suit, like she doesn't have a mask and stuff. But they're talking about Matt Reeves is really pushing kind of a year one vibe. If you remember in year one, she's not yet the Catwoman. She's just like, so she doesn't really have the suit yet. If you remember when she first appeared, she didn't really have the suit. That came later. So I'm okay with that. Oh, because they got flagged. I got you. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I'm okay with I don't need a ton of trailers. I definitely don't need a ton of trailers now. I had faith in it. I thought it looks good. There's a couple scenes with Pattinson's hair kind of bothers me, like the stringy, like he's supposed to be Bruce Wayne, like that bothers me a little bit. But otherwise, Andy Serkis' Alfred, I think, has a ton of potential. I'm really looking forward to it. I like Colin Farrell as the Penguin. I love that stuff. I loved. I thought that was really good. I'm curious what John's complaint is now. Maybe we can type him in there. But yeah, I'm hyped for it. I'm pumped. I think she has. So this is gonna be blasphemy for a lot of people. It's kind of 15-year-old me would be like, "What the heck are you talking about?" I think she has a chance to be the best adaptation of Catwoman yet. I like what I saw. Just her, like I think she has a chance to be the best live action adaptation of Catwoman. Yes, Michelle Pfeiffer is iconic. We all fell in love with her in that suit. The suit was amazing, but that movie is weird. And John talked about this yesterday. That movie is like, and even like she does a great job with what she's given, but the interpretation was weird. Like the whole falling out of the building, like it was just a weird movie and take on her, and it was a weird take on Penguin, and um, like she's iconic. She was great in what she was given, but what she was given was just kind of weird. The so they're saying Batman Year 2. Okay. PTSD emo. Yeah, a little bit. And like obviously Halle Berry movie was god awful. I'm a big fan of Anne Hathaway, but I still like when they casted her, I didn't think it was a good fit. She was not a good fit for Catwoman, I don't think. Like the movie was fine and everything else. I love Anne Hathaway, like in a lot of stuff, but I don't think she was the best fit for Catwoman. I think Zoe has got. I think she has a chance to be the best one. I'm holding fingers crossed, for sure. Yeah. Yeah, like I will say that part of it bothered me a little bit because the scene with him getting arrested and the scene where like he's confronting him through the glass and he's like, I've been waiting for you. And then the riddle being like, and you're dead, and like that felt a little too Joker-ish to me. That was the one thing. That was my complaint, was that felt a little too Dark Knight, a little too Heath Ledger Joker. Like, I don't know. There was a little bit there that was like, I was a little worried about that. What's that? I mean, how do you make Halle Berry in that costume? How do you make a movie with that and it suck and not be watchable? Not even just suck, just not be watchable. Yeah, I get that. It was a cool visual, but yeah, I get that, John. I totally get that. New market, yeah. I know, like again, like I don't know. I've never been a huge fan of the Adam West stuff. And it's not the Julie Newmar, and it's not that those weren't, for what they were given again, but I've just never been a huge fan of that old school goofy Batman stuff. I just never was, even as a kid. Yeah. There's a bunch of. It's supposed to be like Long Halloween. It's supposed to be like. It's supposed to be early Batman. Pattinson's the right age for kind of early Batman. I'm looking forward to it. Yeah. Well, they're morons. You can say that about a lot of superhero things that survive in comics and everything else. So for sure. Absolutely. Oh, he's always walking on the face. The box set has Earth 1, Year 1, Ego. I thought it was talking about like a little bit of Long Halloween too, but yeah. Interesting. Yeah, now he's like got the shield, but he's not like completely shoot him in the leg. Yeah, I mean, Cap's holding the shield up. It's like shoot him in the leg. What are you doing? Yeah. But then it wouldn't be a fun movie. So, but I do like the look of it. I do like the tone, the scene where he like the car looks pretty badass. I like that it's kind of a regular car a little bit. That whole scene where the Joker or where Penguin's like laughing. I think the Colin Farrell Penguin, the gangster Penguin, that could be really, really good also. Yeah. Why do I have a bright target on my chest? Yeah. Well, there you go. What do you think I have a bright target? Villain shooting straight and right. It goes back to Star Wars. Yeah. They don't say Kevin Lynch because they respect him. Doesn't mean it's a smart decision for them, but so anyway, I thought it looked really good. I'm hyped. I think Pattinson could be really good. I think he could be really good. I think this might be. I think we didn't get much of the Riddler, so we'll see. The costume looks a little weird to me. Whatever. I know the Riddler's probably the main protagonist, but I think she has a chance to be freaking amazing as Catwoman, and I think Colin Farrell has a chance to be iconic as a gangster Penguin, like a little more true to the roots of Penguin in the comics. Yeah, he has the little penguin stick, but he's also a gangster, and it has been like for a long time, and yeah, and not like the creepy Danny DeVito thing. So. Well, with a handgun, yes. But yeah. I don't know. I would love for it to be. I'll be honest, I'm ready for DC to like scrap everything associated with Snyder. At least start over with a Batverse side of things. I want this. I want a Batman and Robin with Dick Grayson. I want follow that with like a Teen Titans movie. Like give me a Batgirl movie like that's tied into this. Give me a Batverse. Obviously I want like I'm okay with some of the other stuff that's been going on, but give me a Batverse. I want it. So there you go. Isn't everything a trilogy these days? Yeah, probably. Maybe. I don't think I hope we're not getting Court of Owls in this movie because I think that's too much. You already got Penguin. You already got Catwoman. I mean, he's got a question mark on him. He did the little thing. Maybe it's a big swerve, but I don't think so. I kind of hope they do Riddler. I hope they do Riddler well. I'm just a little worried that they're making him a little Joker-like, or a little Heath Ledger Joker-like, based on the trailer. That is my one concern. So, but I'm pumped. I didn't realize it was going to be March. I thought it was going to be a little later. So, you definitely, if you're going to do it right, you do. If you're going to do it right, you do. I want quality Robin and eventually Nightwing, and like it's a part of the Batman and Robin is like it can be done, and I think live action it can be done well, and like they just won't even do it. They just they did the whole Nolan thing, no Robin. They did like it was so bad, I guess the two Schumacher movies were so bad that I guess it scared them off. And I get maybe age him up slightly, but I think he's starting fairly young. And yeah, Batman's it's like how irresponsible is he for putting this kid out there? But that's the truth, and I think you can make it work. Yeah, that'd be good. I don't know. I don't know why they are. I don't get it. But hopefully maybe they'll change. I do want to see Poison Ivy again. I mean, there's talk again of a Sirens, which is what I wish they'd have done with the first Harley movie. Like Instead of doing Birds of Prey, which he's not really ever a part of, I wish they just did Sirens. Give me Ivy. Give me Catwoman. Give me Harley. Yeah. Is it wrong that I want to cross the streams and just have Margot Robbie and Zoe Kravitz and then cast me a Poison Ivy? Like, I don't know. Maybe. Well, you don't. To get there, yes, but you can start him as Robin. That's what I mean. Movie 2, I want Batman and Robin, and then give me and then break him off into like a Titans movie, and then give me a Nightwing movie, and give me a Nightwing and Batgirl movie, or whatever. Yeah. Yeah, definitely. All right. So about 30 minutes out from playing D&D on Big Will's channel, so I'm going to bail here in just a minute so I can take the dog out and get ready for that. I want to thank you guys for hanging out with me. I did end up wasting almost the 45 minutes. So a reminder, a bunch of stuff coming up this week. Tomorrow, so we'll be on Big Will's channel tonight playing D&D. Tomorrow, Usagi Yojimbo, Book 2, which is actually the first 6 issues of the original Usagi run, with Louis, Jimmy the Geek Aficionado, Whitewell Comics. Fingers crossed we don't have any last-minute cancellations for that tomorrow night. Tuesday night, I'm going to do double hitter. We're going Monstrous at 8 Central, Volume 6, with Tacoma, Los, and Daymares. We're talking that on Tuesday night. Sorry, we're conflicting with you, John. And then afterward, Noga Comics, after he gets done with John talking X-Men, he's going to come talk Robin Year One with Comic Books NYC and myself on a Gotham City Chronicles. So we got double duty on Tuesday. And then Thursday night, we're going with Die. And then the Monday after that, we'll be back with more Lock and Key. So yeah, we got a bunch of these coming up. We're doing Lock and Key volumes 2 and 3. Haven't started those yet. And then, as John mentioned earlier, November 1st, we got a Halloween Comic Gories coming. Should be a blast. Hope some of you decide to hang out with us. So yeah, so those are things I got coming up. And I want to thank you guys for putting up with me on a Sunday. So yeah. Let's see. Peace out. Yeah, see everyone. Yeah. I just want them to use him. I just want to have a really good Batman and Robin. I really want it. I want to see it. Because even the Titan show where they made him Nightwing and made him older, we didn't really get Batman and Robin. So I want it. Hey, Wolf. We'll see you in here in 30 minutes. We'll be hanging out. So, okay. I'm going to get out of here. Later, everyone. Thank you guys again for hanging out and with me on a Sunday. I appreciate you spending the time. We are coming up on 3,000 subs, so hopefully we'll get there sooner and we'll do giveaway and have some fun. So, later.